Smoking crack. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Ye Old Guardsman Arms channel. And this is one salty patriotic bastard coming at you with another one. Holy fuck. These motherfuckers are literally smoking some crack. But before I get into it, I think I'd better put this up there so that folks don't get their panties in a wad. There we go. I think we're okay now. Oh man, this is bad. This is on a level of fucking retard stupid. I'm gonna make you famous. Something's wrong with these motherfuckers. Hang on a second while I get the lighting fixed here. Oh, I got an infected toe, so it's making me have the walking issues. Is what it is. I'll get over it. That or I'll get it amputated. All right. So, y'all are going to lose your minds when I show you this. I mean, really lose your fucking minds. Y'all know what my opinions on abortion are, or at least were. They used to be that, for medical reasons, for, for issues of, criminal activity, which has been, which people have become victims of, they should have this ability. Now, I'm going all the fucking way the other way. Complete the fuck other way. Because this happened. Hang on, bear with me. You'll fucking lose your mind. I'm going to read it to you, but just so you know, it's right here on my phone. Okay. The MAGA GOP has already banned abortion in 14 states. If they get the power this November, they want Congress to ban abortion in all 50. This is why we're putting everything we've got into the midterm elections to prevent them from taking power. Will you commit to voting out the GOP in November? Reply ROE and we'll share periodic texts from Move On's number, which is eerily satanic, about how to make a difference. Susan, a Move On volunteer. I'm about to make you famous, Susan. If you're watching, keep watching. My response. All right. That says, so, in other words, you want to make murdering innocent children an acceptable method of birth control? You do understand that this is the literal definition of crime. At one time, I was for people who needed to get abortions. Now, I'm increasingly against it. In fact, I think that I should be reporting this to the authorities. And should the authorities side with you on this, I think that it will finally be the deciding factor in me straying from my decision to not vote and instead go completely right wing. P.S. Would you be for abortion if you had been able to have only one chance to have children and your significant other decided that you have no say and aborted your only child? Segue. This happened to me. I can no longer make children. And my son was aborted because his mother didn't want him, even though I would have happily raised him myself. My response to these people: you people are evil. To which they responded, I am removing you from further texts from Move On immediately. Stay safe and be well. I responded to this. There's my response, as you can see. All right. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to make you famous in all the wrong circles. You could have always had the ability to do the whole abortion thing and not been opposed. Now you're picking your battles poorly and your enemies even more so. Perhaps you should have thought about researching who you were talking to about this before picking up your phone. Unfortunately, we will never know how that would have gone. I hope someday that you find yourself in my same situation. It will be most educational for you and quite entertaining for me. To which they have failed to respond. Think I made my point. So, in other words, never ask somebody who has had the only opportunity that they ever will have at children ripped away from them to consent to abortion. Because not only are you making an enemy of that person, but you are going to make certain that they make the world's biggest fucking whopping big deal out of it. Let's make this very clear. I am not a pedophile. I am not some fucking psychopath. I am not hateful. I am not spiteful. I have two sisters. I have family members who have unfortunately been through that unfortunate situation where they were unconsenting and somebody still forced them into that. Believe it or don't, yours truly has been through that situation as well, from another man. I am fucking sick and tired of people telling me, will you please support these abortion acts and this and that and the other? How's about this? Will you support me having a firearm so that I may defend my home against tyranny? No? Then step the fuck off. Because I don't want to hear what you have to say, because all that you want is to try and control me. And the last time I checked, here in the United States, that is not only an act of treason, but an act of war. Our country was founded on the principle of self-governance, not governance by others. Literally founded on that principle. You can go ahead and look it up in the Declaration of Independence. You can look it up in the Constitution. It's there. Apparently, history is not your strong suit. That's fine. But if you don't have the fucking ability to simply pick up your fucking cell phone and research the individual that you are trying to contact and tell, hey, maybe, I would like you to vote this direction or that direction. Maybe you should actually see what their views are first. I mean, my views are not exactly a secret. I have hundreds of videos here on the Guardsman channel. My name is Blaine Price. I mean, you can find me on a lot of different fucking platforms. You go to Facebook, and that my fucking Facebook's still up there because they fucking hate me. They hate fucking Republicans. They hate right-wingers. They hate all that shit. They hate somebody who's actually got sense, logic, and reason. But what can I say? They would rather contact me without doing any fucking research whatso goddamn ever in order to take the room temperature test than to simply pick up their cell phone and do a simple fucking Google search. And these things are in every human being's pocket. Damn near. I mean, unless you're so damn poor you can't even afford to fucking go and get welfare, which is pretty sad, because if you're that poor, then that means that you are mentally poor, as in brain dead. You're a fucking vegetable. Because anybody who has the simple faculties to go and make a simple sentence, string 5 fucking words together, hell, even 2 words together to make a sentence, has the ability to walk into Social Security Administration and start the process of getting welfare, GA, SNAP program, Social Security disability, workman's comp. We can go for days on this shit. But no, we're going to ask people idiotic fucking questions. We're going to start a dialogue amongst people because we have a failure to communicate. I think I was very succinct in how I spoke. I think I was very adept in the way that I communicated my particular individual viewpoints on the matter, and how quickly my ideals can be swayed if somebody tries to tell me what to do or tries to get me to think in a certain manner. Especially when they are not using logic and reason or doing their research. My viewpoints are fucking blatantly obvious, blaringly simple. So easy that I'm fairly certain that somebody who has a little bit of an issue upstairs can still grasp what I am trying to say. This person is either literally just sending out freaking mass text messages, or is such a freaking blind sheep that they can't even do a simple Google search, a simple fucking Facebook search, a simple fucking YouTube search. Just go on to YouTube, type in the Guardsman I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. Surprisingly enough, you can find my viewpoints without trying. Hell, I'm not recommended a lot on the YouTubes. I'm not a trending channel, but you know what? With a little bit of, just the fucking tiniest bit of effort, Hell, you could be just scrolling through YouTube and see me live and sit there and go, well, I'm not going to check this out. hey, everybody, it's Blaine Price. He's sitting here telling you, hey, motherfuckers, these are my viewpoints. This is my political stance. This is how I feel about my life. So goddamn simple, a 2-year-old can do it. And many of them have. Sadly enough, I'm not a big fan of kids getting up here and watching my videos, but they have. Okay? So, mind you, my niece can find my videos. But this person who works for a fucking government bureau can't do simple research before they get on the phone and go, sir, please vote for me. I'm sorry, but y'all got to understand. It's kind of frustrating for me, all right? I had an opportunity when I was younger to have children, and that opportunity was taken from me. Not just, oh, well, there might be issues with your particular way about things, or you're just an evil person or this or that. No. Genuinely kind-hearted towards children and really tries hard to raise kids and animals in a manner to where they have manners, they have a particular background of understanding and capability and common sense, logic and reason, some science, some mathematics, the ability to read, the ability to find out information for themselves, the ability to do research and to understand what research is, the ability to understand what the scientific method is, things like this, that as a child I learned because my dad was very adamant in discipline, research, knowledge, logic and reason, hands-on learning. This is what has happened in our society. We have become a fucking massive crowd of lunatic idiots by literally going and doing not a goddamn fucking monkey cock sucking fuck thing, other than going and saying, hey, well, we need to go and have abortion as a source of fucking, birth control. What? Ain't you never heard of condoms, the pill, fucking, I don't know, adoption? You made the decision to go and drop your drawers. You can't make the decision to say, well, all right, I got to deal with the consequences of my actions for about 9 months. And then, baby goes to adoption. They get a good place to live and I get my freedom back and all that fun shit. Oh, no. We can't do that. We can't be civilized. We have to be baby killers. We have to be murderers. Oh, but it's just a clump of cells. These are the same motherfuckers that will not eat eggs because they're baby chickens. Even though the last time I checked, eggs from the store have not been fertilized, therefore they could never actually be baby chickens. They are actually, in fact, nothing more than a clump of cells. Or actually one big fucking cell. So I'm going to make you famous because you're dumb. You're stupid. Plain and simple. If you buy into this abortion crap, you are a fucking idiot. Because lawfully speaking, abortion is legal for medical procedure in order to be a life-saving medical procedure. Medical procedure in the instance of rape, sexual abuse, or act of God. And other options exist, like adoption, for that particular instance. You don't have to keep the baby. Hell, you don't even have to make the baby in the first place. Condoms are things that go on the end of the man's thingy. Sponges were contraception back in the days of the Romans. You know, the original IUD was a fucking chunk of sponge. It's literally it's so cheap. You can go to the dollar store, have sexual intercourse for, you know, a full however many days you want to, and you only have to spend $1. You don't even have to use a condom. You don't need some super duper medical procedure to get a UID or an IUD, implanted, or none of that. You ain't got to do some special this, that, or the other to go and have all of these, to have a baby that is being made in you, torn out of you via chemicals, which could possibly make it so that you could never have a baby again, or that you could make your significant other incapable of ever having a baby again, making a baby again. It's not just affecting you. It's not just your body. So it's not just your choice. It's your boyfriend's body, and it's your baby's body. Because you chose to do things without a thought and a process beforehand. You know, a lot of these women that go around and say, well, I need to get an abortion because I had sexual intercourse and I don't want the baby. You know what the really nasty thing about these women is? They normally do not make the man utilize a condom. They normally don't have any form of contraception whatsoever. They do not protect themselves in any manner, and they don't even wash up before sexual intercourse. You understand how nasty that is? Like, come on. Even I take a shower before I ruck into sheets. That's pretty nasty, man. You realize you got bacteria all over your body. You got fucking viruses and diseases and grody crap and poop and urea on your skin. You know that? I don't want to have sex with any of that. I'm sorry. I do not want to be in a relationship with a woman who is not going to wash herself before we go and have some fun in the sun. You know, some bread in the bed, if you know what I mean. I do not want to be with a woman like that. If you're so nasty that you don't want to wash up before sex, you know, maybe do the right and proper things, you know, contraception beforehand. You don't want to do that. I don't want to even know you, because the reality is that sexual intercourse is normally between two consenting adults. And if you're consenting to the act, then you both consent to utilize the appropriate measures to either have a baby or not have a baby. It's just fucking, let's forget about common sense, logic, and reason for a second. That's just being a human fucking being. I mean, let me put it to you this way. You and I are not dogs. Dogs don't wear condoms. Dogs don't use IUDs. Dogs don't utilize contraception of any form. Human beings do. We're the only ones. We are the only creatures in the entire animal kingdom that have any reason for contraception at all, whatsoever fucking ever. But now we got to kill creatures that have not had a chance to live yet. But we got to outlaw hunting, though. We got to outlaw you having, you know, chickens in your backyard. You know, we got to outlaw you doing anything that you might be able to prosper from. But we're going to take away your ability to have children. I don't know about y'all, but these people are fucking disgusting. They make me sick. They want to take from me because they've got nothing better to do. Well, shit. Newsflash, motherfuckers. There's something called the YouTube. You can go and record yourself ranting and raving and being an absolute lunatic right here on the YouTube. Hey, guess what? It actually works. I'm here on the YouTube ranting and raving like a fucking lunatic. You know, 18 plus videos, because the fact of the matter is I cuss. Well, what do you expect? I'm still a guy. You know, I was raised in a family where military form was the way of the fucking world, and that the word fuck is the most versatile word in the English fucking language. But no, we can't have none of that. We can't. I can't put my opinions out there. I can't go and say nothing because I might offend somebody's sensitivity. Y'all don't touch my freedom. It's sensitive. How's about that? Y'all stop making laws. How's about that? For every law you make, another right is taken. Let's rhyme it out here. For every law that you make, a right you take. I'm sorry, but I have to agree with the right wing on this one. Specifically because the buck stops here. My family name, lineage of, Price family through my dad, through John Price, stops with me. Both my sisters will never have children. They don't want them. I can't have children because I can't make children. And if you know anything about anyone who has even been accused of having mental health issues, you can never in your life apply for adoption. Ever. Even if the mental health diagnosis is outright disproven in a court of law, because you were accused of it, you can never adopt. Now, so go ahead and tell me. Go ahead, lay it on me now. Why do I have to suffer because you made a bad decision? Why do I have to sit here and literally live my life knowing that I could never have a reason for existence? Y'all wonder why people fucking commit suicide all the fucking time. I can't have children. I can't make children. I can't adopt children. And it's not because I'm some psychopathic, crazy, evil fucker that goes around and messes with little kids. No, they let fucking pedophiles freaking teach your kids in a fucking classroom. But somebody who would genuinely love them and care for them and make sure that they are always provided for and make sure they go to school and that their schooling is proper and that their lives are defended up until the point where they are 19 years old, because I don't believe in the 18-year-old bullshit, and they would be taken care of to the point until they are mentally an adult, because that's who I am. Somebody who would love his children with every fiber of his being, because that is the way that I was raised. My daddy loved us kids. My daddy fucking beat the ever-loving snot out of a man for trying to harm my little sister. My daddy came to my fucking rescue when people were trying to accuse me of being some evil bastard that was out there trying to kill people just because I beat up some motherfucker for trying to hurt me while I was a kid. My dad was a dad, and he earned that fucking title. And he made me want to earn that title. He made me want to be that kind of person. He made me want for something that I could never have. And it's not because of him that I can't have it. It's because of people who would rather see abortion. People who would rather that the GOP loses, come what may. Not because they're actually about abortion, by the way. No, that's just That's just a talking point for these folks. They want power. They want to rule your life and tell you what the fuck to do by some fucking imagined vote, by the way. Because I'm going to be clear, every single time, doesn't matter whether it's local, doesn't matter whether it's national, doesn't matter whether it's state, every single time you vote, your votes are placed in that fucking machine. You know the one I'm talking about. And they go through the machine, and then the tally is counted up in the machine, and then the machine dictates where that tally should go and whatnot. And you have no say in your vote. This is why I believe in a paper fucking ballot. This is why I believe in actual vote evidence. This is also why I believe that your vote evidence should not be tied back to you in any way, so that your actual opinion, your righteous, actual, real opinion, can be put out there without any fear of reprisal. Because what you don't understand about voter registration, signed ballots, serialized ballots, all this fun shit, is that it can be traced back to you. Your political opinion on the ballot can be traced back to you. I don't know if y'all were born back then, or if you were raised like me after the Berlin Wall fell and all that, you know, but I remember seeing the fear in people's eyes when somebody would mention Stalin's name. I remember the fear in people's eyes when somebody said Soviet Union. I remember the terror in a man's eyes who came to America from Russia to avoid persecution because he had a viewpoint that was slightly different than the Communist Party. The absolute terror. And all I asked him was his opinion. The man was scared out of his mind, started cussing at me in Russian. I don't speak Russian, so I only caught a couple of words. I want you to understand, there is no place in this world, no fucking imagined possibility where you will ever get me to want for something like that. Hell, I don't even vote specifically because I know that my vote doesn't fucking count anyways. Let alone the fact that my ballot is registered to my name, that my vote can be tied directly back to me already, that all of my viewpoints here on the YouTube don't make a fucking bit of difference because it doesn't hold up water in court, but my ballot does. This is why I don't vote. Along with the fact that I do not consent to being controlled by some individual other than myself. My mama don't even control me. My mama asks me to do things. And in turn, I have the respect for my mother to ask my mother for my money, which she controls because she does my accounting, because numbers run around on a fucking paper on me. I look at numbers on something and I'm like, I can do calculus in my head, but numbers do funny shit to me. I have what's called metrolexia or metroslexia. It means that math, specifically numbers, do the same thing that words do to dyslexics. Numbers run around on a page on me. They swap places. They play little fucking stupid ass, video, like almost hallucinogenic things with my brain, like Deadpool does with the little, he's got the, whenever he gets stabbed in the head or something, he got the little unicorn that runs around and does stupid shit. Right? That's what numbers do to me. I don't need to be stabbed in the brain. Numbers just do it. I've always had a problem with mathematics, so that's why my brain clicks with the answer before the numbers can do it to me. Because I trained my brain to do that. It took a lot of work and many years to actually be able to do simple addition and subtraction. So for me, going and dealing with this bullshit of, the back and forth of the machines, I almost wonder, do the machines have metroslexia as well? Are they not capable of doing simple mathematics, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting? Because that's all they're supposed to do. I have the simple respect in my heart to ask somebody else to help me because I don't have the faculty to do it myself. That's why I have problems with math. I mean, with my finances, is because I don't do numbers well. I've worked hard on it, but I'm still, to this day, I still have issues sometimes with numbers. I can only get them to lodge in my brain if I look at them in a glance. I need help with math a lot of the time. I'm really good at math, but I need help a lot of the time because the way that if I spend too much time looking at an individual number, it does weird shit in my head. And I get the wrong answer. That's why, every now and then I have to pull out a fucking pocket calculator or something. Doesn't mean that I'm not capable of doing the mathematics, just means that I want to check my math. And see, this is why I have so much issue with, people telling me, well, you're this and you're that and you're the, no, I ain't. I'm an individual who has been through hell and fought my way back. I have seen so much in my life that when somebody tells me that they want me to vote for some asshole to go and kill babies with chemicals, I fucking lose my absolute shit. So I'm sorry if I've offended some folks. But this is the reality of it. Those segues for if you are raped, if you are having a medical emergency, are anatomically incapable, those procedures already exist lawfully. Why the fuck do you want me to approve of abortion? Tell me this. I need to know. Why do you want to take away a man's ability to say, hey, I want that child? To this day, my heart still grieves for that son that I never had, that I could never have because he was taken from me before he was even born. And y'all want to tell me, well, please vote so that we could win? What the fuck? Not only have you put me off voting, but you probably actually pushed me all the way over to the fucking voting the other direction. I hate evil people. That's about the only kind of person that I hate. Everything else, I hate what they stand for. Plain and simple. You want to govern me? That's about you go and you make decisions in your own life first. Stop asking others to make decisions for you. Have the testicular or ovarian fortitude to do it for your fucking self. Stop asking me to consent to it. I do not consent. This is not a fucking democracy. This is an independent republic, of which it can very quickly become the fucking United States of Blaine if it really needs to come down to it, motherfuckers, because you're stepping on my toes and on my dick. I am fucking sick and goddamn tired of that bullshit. You don't need me to tell you what you can do with your body. I don't need you to tell me what I can do with my body. I don't need you to tell me what I can do with my everyday life. And you should not need me to tell you what you could do with your everyday life. You should have the knowledge to be able to do it for yourself. You won't talk about triggered, motherfucker. I was raised partially country by my grandma, my dad, my mom, my aunts, my uncles, around my cousins and my sisters. I would not be here and they would not have that. They would not be here if it was for listening to dumb shit like this. I love my little sisters with all my heart and soul. Regardless of whether they love me or not, they hate me or not, I would jump out of a fucking moving vehicle to gut stomp the daggum fucking pearly whites out of a motherfucker if they tried to hurt them. Because I love my sisters. They are not idiots. Contraception is possible. Contraception is something they utilize. Never had to get an abortion. Wow. Didn't even have to go to that talking point. Didn't even have to ask for that. No, they used their minds because they were raised to be intelligent young women. You want to talk about triggered? Holy shit. These people are murderers, in my opinion. And these are the same people that want to take my dog away from me. The only other family member I have in my household, the one that I love and cherish as if he was my own child, because in all reality, that's the only child I can have. It's my dog. And they want to take him away too. All because they're envious of the fact that I have taught my dog to be an appropriate, well-mannered individual that doesn't go and fucking chase cars and fucking bite the neighbors and fucking but no. We can't let you have that dog because he's trained. Where the fuck did you guys like fucking drop your brains or some shit? Did you get like knocked over the fucking head? Decapitated between the eyes or some shit? I gotta know. What is wrong with you motherfuckers? You want to attack me for being trying to be a good person. Let me point something out to y'all. I'm a heterosexual man. Straight man. I'm not entirely white, so I can't say that. I'm what they call a Heinz 57. I'm a mixed breed. I am a plethora of different heritages. I'm an American. I'm not white. I'm not black. I'm not yellow. I'm not red. I'm not fucking pink, purple, blue, magoo. I don't give a shit. I'm all of them. You see how that works? There's no such thing as race with me. There is no such thing as racial orientation with me. I have heritage from fucking Morocco, for fuck's sake. Nubia. Malaysia. Italy. England. America. You know, I'm not normally throwing this out there, but I'm going to put it out there right now. My uncle is gay. He is homosexual. It was not his choice. It was his menial physiology. His mental self said, I'm not attracted to women. He is married today to another man who is also of the same orientation and did not choose to be that way. Let's be clear. I'm fucking fine with that shit. I love my uncle very much. I know for a fact that that's the way he is. And I do not feel that he should be barred from having that. I don't hate individuals, as you can see. Rather, I hate what people stand for, damn it. Because what they stand for can harm me, has harmed me. Why the fuck would I want to do that? I, I'm at a loss. You know, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to help you understand the actual physical pain involved. Because it's not just emotional, it's physical. It feels like there's a part of me that has been ripped out when somebody tells me that I have to accept that they can tell me what I can and can't do. It is a physical pain. For some folks, it's a mind fuck, and I understand. All right, but whatever. It doesn't really physically harm them. For me, it actually causes physical pain. It's like somebody stabbing me all over again. It's like I'm getting hit by a semi truck all over again. And this is what they want for y'all. And they are asking me to take part in it. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? I'm gonna make you famous. And I'm gonna make sure that you drown in it. Because there's something wrong with you. And there's something that you need to learn from this. And that is that you have hurt me. Physically hurt me. Emotionally taxed my body. Mentally fucked me up to a point where I don't think I can come back from it. But I'm damn sure going to try without your psychobabble medications. Because I don't believe in that shit either. I believe that shit's actually there to try and stop human beings from being human beings, from using their minds to look at things rationally. I got a question for you. For those of y'all on the left of things, do you take psychotropic medication? Do you take mood stabilizers? Do you take prescription pills of any kind? Now, here's the crazy shit. Back when I was taking those pills, I would think the same way as you do. Now I don't take those pills. Look at how I think. Go watch my videos. Watch some of my live streams. Really get into my head and find out how I think. After I stopped taking those fucking poisons. And then ask yourself what you are doing yourself. Why are you doing it to yourself? Maybe, I don't know, you might come to a conclusion of, Well, how can I fix it? And then actually make the effort to fix it. As far as I could tell, this is not a mental health problem. This is a brainwashing problem. This is, we give you these medications and we make you take these medications. And if you don't, we're going to throw you into a padded cell where you can't even talk to people. You can't use the bathroom like a normal human being. You have to shit down a hole. And if you don't take these medications, at some point in time, we are coming in there and we are going to inject you with them. These are the things I went through. Imagine for a second why I might be a little bit against it. Just in the slightest. Because at the point where I made the decision to say, hey, this isn't working, it's not making me feel as if, my problems are leaving me or being alleviated. But the therapy that I'm going through, the shit that I'm actually doing for myself, the mind over matter, I'm going to do better today. I'm always better than that. I can fucking walk away, sort of shit like that, has worked to a fucking T. So I don't need these medications and I don't want them anymore. Then they started forcing them on me. Up until the point in time where I was 18 years old. Forced me to take it. If I didn't take it, they would put it in my food. Or they'd put it in my drinks. Or they would put it in a needle and inject it into me. You need to get off of these medications if you are on them. Please do so safely. Please understand that the side effects of those medications not only cause things like psychosis, like mental health disorders, but can also cause liver damage, kidney damage, internal organ damage to the point of destruction, but can also alter your genetic structure. This is not me coming at you as some psychotic babble misinformation. This is me coming from actual experience. They can alter your fucking DNA with a pill. Pretty amazing, isn't it? My logic center, as flawed as it is still operational to an extent where I have survived situations that would have killed somebody on one of these drugs. I've met people who they think they need these pills desperately because they think that they're going to do something, that their actual mental, their survival mechanism wouldn't kick in time to stop them from doing it. Now, I don't know about you, but this happened from a medication I was on. Let me see if I can get this on fucking camera with the actual videography that is going, because you can't see it. All right, here. See if I can get that in the light. Y'all can see that little line that goes across my wrist right there. See if I can back that out a little bit. There's a little tiny scar on there. Very hard to see, but it runs right across here. Where I was on Abilify at the time. I used my fingertips to unscrew a door screw out of a door in a lockdown mental health facility. And tried to commit suicide with it. While my brain was screaming, stop, 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 don't do that. My body was doing it. As soon as I got off of that Abilify, that medication, didn't have that problem ever again. Matter of fact, the last time I contemplated suicide, actually in, understanding of what it would be and how all that went, I didn't just cower out of it. I fucking said to myself, man, if it's that bad, I need to make an effort to make it better. I don't need to be trying to just to end everything. I need to make an effort to make it better. My brain did that without any drugs. But while I was on these mental health drugs, actually prescribed by a fucking doctor, I tried to stab myself with a fucking door screw and commit suicide. And I don't say I did, like mentally I was making the decision. My body did the actions while my brain screamed no. These mental health drugs are killing people. They are making people crazy, outright insane. And y'all wonder why I says y'all need to get off that shit. Because that overwhelming emotional feeling, I've not felt that for such a fucking long time. You know that? I've been able to work through my overwhelming feelings, my overwhelming emotion, the one that makes me feel like there's just no way out. There's no fucking possible way that this could get any worse, so I might as well just end it all. That feeling I have worked through since I was 18 years old and never had an issue with it. I literally contemplated swallowing a bullet after I got stabbed because I could not walk around upright without being on heavy pain medications for 4 years. I literally thought it was the end. And then I says to myself, there's got to be another way. There's got to be another way. And I'm going to find my way through it. I'm going to survive. And I'm going to make it through the other side of this. Now, let me ask you some, Matt. Do you think that if I was on one of those mental health medications that I would have had the mental faculties and awareness and capability to understand that it could get better? Or do you think that my brain would have stopped at that moment and said, you know what, let's just do it? Fuck it. Because I'll tell you, I know what would happen. Because it already fucking did. I tried to stab myself in the fucking wrist artery while I was on mental health drugs. So maybe, just fucking maybe, get off the mental health drugs. Put down the fucking crack pipe. Leave the tweak alone. If you smoke pot, that's fine. I don't care. You drink a little alcohol, oh, big whoop. You drink too much, you got a problem. You need to get help with that. Mind over matter capabilities and whatnot. I'll worry about y'all sometimes. Fucking left wingers. You bother me. I'm an independent for a reason, you know it? Yep. I'm an independent for a reason. Specifically because I don't entirely agree with the right wing. I don't entirely agree with the left wing. In fact, I really fucking don't agree with the left wing, but whatever. I figure they're two sides of the same damn bird. I am independent. I go my own path. I am a MGTOW man. Because I've been forced into it. Because my life experiences have been so fucking god awful that I dare you to go through it and survive like I have. I dare you to walk a goddamn country mile in my shoes and then tell me that I'm a piece of shit and not feel like a complete pile of garbage. Because the reality is you can't. And I know you can't. I was called a psychotic. You betcha. I don't know if y'all know this, but psychotics don't have emotions like other folks. They don't feel butthurt when somebody gets hurt. They don't have that empathy for other people. And this is why I want y'all to put down the drugs. I want y'all to start thinking rationally. And I want y'all to start governing your own lives. If you feel that abortion should be legal, like this fucking raving goddamn lunatic here, well then, start with contraceptives. Start by doing your homework and your research before you drop your panties. Start with love for your fellow man, love for your fellow woman, love for your fellow human being. Start with common sense, logic, reason. Understanding. And then maybe you could better your life so you could be a better human being. I don't know, maybe make your parents proud. Instead of, actually try to make your parents proud instead of trying to do everything in your power to make them look like pieces of garbage for making you be born. The last as I checked, I was the mistake. My daddy called me a mistake to my face. You know what's funny about that? He told me right to my face, you are the one mistake in my entire life that I am so proud that I made. Please, son, never change. Mind you, my daddy was a liberal. So let's be clear. He was proud of me for being a man, for trying to take my destiny and make it with my own two hands. He was actually proud of me because I didn't complain about it. I just went out and tried to make a difference. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to make a difference. Trying to help y'all to understand that it is up to you. Say it with me, y'all. If it is to be for me, then it must be up to me. If it is to be for me, then it must be up to me. My mom and dad didn't want a son. You know that? My dad wanted two daughters. My mama wanted two daughters. I was born first. Amazing. I was a mistake. I was according to my mom and dad, the proudest oopsie they ever made. Rest in peace, John Price. I'm glad I've tried my damnedest to make you proud, and I'm glad it actually made an impact. I miss you, old man. And I try my damnedest every single day to continue to be that way, to be understanding of another's reasons or way about life, but at the same time be adamant in my way. That's what made him proud. He didn't care that, we had completely conflicting political views. You know what he cared about? My political views did not change. They never have and they never will. I believe that if you are gay and you are actually gay, not just play acting that shit, well, that's part of your pursuit of happiness. You have every right to it. If you're like me and you're straight, nobody should tell you that you should be gay. Nobody should tell you that you have to do something that you are not comfortable with. That makes me very uncomfortable when somebody tells me that I must do something, whether or not I made the decision to do it. I mean, let me tell you, let me put it this way. Say you are a straight, a heterosexual male. And I told you to go sit on a dildo. That would make you very uncomfortable now, wouldn't it? You have one of two responses: get angry or laugh your fucking ass off. Either one is a stress response. Either one is a response to being uncomfortable. Now, if you haven't noticed, I am very uncomfortable with people contacting me and telling me that I need to be against people who want for me to be able to have the ability to have children, even though I really can't anymore. That I should be against people who want me to be able to defend my own life and those around me. That I should be against people who want for me to be able to forge my own destiny. You do realize that that's what this political paradigms is, right? Either way, it's against you forging your own destiny. That is why I'm independent. That is why I am for self-governance, because I forge my own destiny. I don't ask you to tell me how to do it. I don't ask you to tell me what I can and cannot do, because it's none of your motherfucking business, in my particular opinion. And if you make it your business, you could politely and kindly fuck off. Sorry if I've insulted somebody with that, but too goddamn bad, really. Because I make my own decisions. I don't ask you to make decisions for me. I am courteous to a fault. 99.98% of the time. The other 0.2% of the time, somebody has stepped on my dick so goddamn many times, I finally just say, all right, fuck it, let's go. Let's step this shit outside, you and me, right fucking now. Let's be clear. I believe in a courteous and polite society. And if that cannot be obtained, then I believe in ultimate separation. And when I say ultimate separation, I mean you as an individual having no contact with anybody the fuck else around you. If you cannot be polite, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't fucking talk to me. Because the way that you talk to me is how I will see fit to talk to you. That is how I govern myself. That's how I've survived 35 fucking years in this world. Love for my fellow man until he proves to me that he is worthy of my hatred. Love for women of all shapes, colors, creeds, and whatnot until they prove to me that they are not sane. Love for all animals, regardless of whether or not I am hunting them and killing them. I love all animals. Wow. That blow your fucking mind. I go out and I kill animals and I eat meat and I do pest control. I don't hate animals. Rather, I love them very, very much. I love my dog like as if he was my own son. I love him more than life itself. I would dive in front of a bullet to protect my dog. In that same moment, I would shoot the motherfucker that's trying to kill my dog. Not because I hate them, but because I love my dog. I'm a big advocate for hunting, not because I hate animals in any way, shape, or form. Matter of fact, it has nothing to do with hatred or love for an animal. It actually has to do with the fact that human beings are omnivores. Naturally, we eat both plant, animal, and fungus. Actually, those are the things that we are designed by nature to digest. Plants, animals, and fungus. Does that mean I'm going to cut meat entirely out of my diet because you can get protein from vegetables and from fungus and I love animals, so I'm going to just stop eating meat? No. Meat is necessary for your diet in order for your brain to function properly. That's scientifically proven. Human beings need meat. We also need vegetables. We also need carbs. We also need certain chemicals and vitamins that can only be provided by certain types of fungus. This is a reality, folks. You know, if you're going to go and you're going to sit there and you're going to hate people for being who they are, well, that's a problem. And you need to take a look in the mirror. And Travis, I did not tell you to fuck off. I told people who want to dictate how I should think, feel, or do, or say that that's what I think they should do. Here in America, we have the option of freedom of speech, which is why you can see all of the comments, even if you're not lit up. See, this is what I mean by haters gonna hate, a Minuteman's gonna regulate. I am gonna make you famous for trying to tell me what I can and can't do, for trying to dictate to me what my life should be, and trying to force a destiny upon me which I have not forged for myself. And so you have the choice. You make the choice. I don't. You make the choice of whether or not you wish for me to respond with either venom and vigor or peace, love, and kindness, courtesy. You choose that. I choose to be a loving person until I cannot be. And that's how I've been my whole life. I love people. I love animals. I love the fact that I live on Earth. I love the fact that I'm alive. Even though my existence is kind of shitty. I'm going to be honest. You had to live the majority of your life with a 36-inch trauma suture on your abdomen that made it feel like as if every single day that you wake up and you roll out of bed, you're getting gutted like a goddamn catfish. You think that that's horrible existence. I'll tell you that it is. Even though I have to put up with that my whole life now. That does not mean for a second that I am not ecstatic that I'm alive. That I survived something that most individuals that you hear about on the news do not survive. I survived being stabbed in the chest, having my jaw broken, having my neck broken, having my skull caved in, having my orbital size fractured to the point where it was caved in past my fucking eyeball. I survived what would have killed most individuals. And I am in constant chronic pain for the rest of my life because of it. But I would rather continue living than not exist. So imagine for a second how much I might have displeasure for hatred, for an abomination such as destroying life before it has begun. I love because I was raised to be a loving man. I am a fighter because I have had to protect what I love most, and that is life. My life, my sister's lives, my mama's life, my dog's life, my daddy's life. All of individuals I don't even know, never met from Adam, will probably never know, will probably never be friends with even, but still have that right to life. And because I love that privilege, that, well, not privilege, but that right to life, I am willing to put mine on the line to protect others. Very often, whenever I'm out and about in public, just because you don't see me carrying a gun does not mean that I do not have access to one within fucking 5 seconds. I will be able to stop the threat before the police can get there. Guarantee you that. I'm not trying to kill the person. I'm trying to stop them from killing you. That's why I believe in gun ownership. I believe everybody has the right to life. Even if I don't agree with what you have to say, I believe you still have the right to exist. To live your life until God sees fit that it stops. Or whatever you believe in, divine intervention, providence, freak accident out of fucking nowhere that just finally just takes your life from you or whatever. I don't know. Quantum theory, I don't care. Because it's your belief. My belief is a grand designer which utilizes the ether of all things to create and to destroy, that guides our atoms through this existence via the energy that we are made up of. And that when we do not learn a specific thing that is important to overall enlightenment, that we are reincarnated so that we may once again come back to this earth as a human being, so that we may have the brain capacity to understand and realize the faculties of what we must understand, and realize the need for whatever it is that we need to learn in order to gather that enlightenment, that truth. I want nothing more than to just live without problems, to have a utopian society where we could all just get the fuck along and be happy. I recognize that's not possible, because hurt people hurt people. If somebody has hurt you in the past, you're going to do whatever you can to get revenge, right? Because a lot of people aren't that self-matured person that most Christians are. This is why I identify and verify with Christians quite a bit. I love Christians. I was raised as a Catholic. Let that blow your mind. I was raised as a Catholic, but I understand things in a fundamentally different way than the way I was raised. Yet I still will go out of my way to point out that the way that they know you are a Christian is not because you're sitting there and forcing upon other people your religious beliefs, but by the fact that you love. It doesn't matter. You could believe wholeheartedly in Buddha. You could be atheist. You could be, not believe in anything. You could be Taoist. You could be communist even. But if you believe in love and loving your neighbor and forgiveness and trying to live to be the best person you can be so that you can help others because you love others, well then, I hate to break it to you, because it might be against your religion to accept this, but you're a Christian. It's a very simple fact. If you have no love for others, you're not Christian. And you could never understand the teachings of Christ. You have to have love for others to understand his teachings. Let that blow your mind. You actually have to want to show others unconditional love, to understand the teachings of Christ. You know, when he said turn the other cheek, he wasn't talking about just, if they try to kill you, just let them kill you. He was talking about showing somebody compassion for a mistake that they have made. When he said, go out, sell your tunic, and purchase a sword, he wasn't talking about going and getting a big knife so you can cut your vegetables up. He was talking about defending your life so that you have the ability to show others that this is how you love somebody. This is how you care for somebody. This is how you go out of your way to be a Christian. That's what that means. Defend your life so that you can help others. Because if you're not alive, you can't help anybody. You're dead. This is my point. People do not understand the New Testament of the Bible because they try to sit there and say, oh, well, Christ said, but do not forgive them 7 times, but 70 times 7. Well, it's 149 times. No, that just means have the forgiveness in your heart, that if they're willing to accept it, and when you accept forgiveness, that means that you are actively trying to earn that forgiveness, not just, oh, well, am I forgiven? 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 No, fuck that bullshit. You're not forgiven for being an annoying prick, little asshole that's just out there to go and cause other people turmoil. You are forgiven when you try to earn that forgiveness. You have to try to actually be worthy of the forgiveness. And the others who are forgiving you have that forgiveness in their heart to say, you know what? We all make fucking mistakes. I'm not going to hold it against this person. Hopefully, they learn from it. Hopefully, they gain something from it. Like I know this person learned, the one who was sitting there texting me about the abortion and shit like that. I know they learned something. They learned that they texted the wrong person with their political agenda. Because I believe in life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Not abortion, dictatorship, and debt slavery. That's not my way of going about things. I don't believe in that shit. I don't approve of that shit. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. People make me crazy, man. Not the other way around. I'm not crazy by it, just being an individual. I'm not insane. Rather, I am so fucking angry that people would force me to do something because they don't like what's happening. That's the difference here, folks. I'm not crazy, I'm angry. So, anyways, now that I've made this Susan Bertram, Bergman, something like that. Susan B. Famous. I bid y'all a good night. I appreciate y'all for coming by and saying hi. Hopefully you were smart enough to sit there and go, you know that motherfucker, he don't fucking quit, do he? Fuck it, may as well just give you like, yeah, here's your thumbs up, fucker, because you it's just might as well anyways. You know. And if you came by here, you obviously subscribe, so I ain't gotta ask you for that shit. Matter of fact, give me a thumbs down. Thumbs down this fucking video. Tell me how much you dislike the fact that I'm out there telling it how it is. Show me how much you dislike the fact that I have love in my heart. Forgiveness at the forefront of my mind. And the temperance of soul to be willing to accept what other people have to say and do and what they want for their lives. At the same moment, being willing to accept that there are some people out there that just want to do harm, and to defend against them, I must hold that anger at the ready. Show me how much you hate me. Go ahead. Because in all reality, all that you're doing is showing me how biased you are against good people. And rather than cuss you out, I'm just going to say this. Hopefully someday you'll learn something from it. This is Yo Guardsman Nom saying, I am out, motherfuckers. God bless you. Much love. Blessed be. Namaste. Amitofer. Mahawa. Ankoichi. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and may you have a blessed night. Goodbye and good luck.